I just want people to come, man. You know, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not
Well,
mad or nothing. Or
thank
oh,
you guys for live. So anyway, welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. This is Kareem with my co-host Chris, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, your life purpose. Why should you have one? Why is it even important? Does it really even exist? And I want to bring this because it's resonating with one of my favorite quotes. The most important day is the day you're born, and the second day and the reason why. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So, without further ado, I found my life purpose, or at least one of them, is to do the show to get people to engage with each other and to really find what I wanted to be as an entrepreneur. I know I didn't want to work for somebody else. So one of the things I started doing is going out and public speaking. At first, I didn't think I was good at it. I really didn't think I wanted to do it. But as the years went on and I started developing better skills in it and better skills talking to people, better skills showing in front of groups, I actually started to really like it and aspire to not only do it, but become one of the best at it. And along my journey, I met Chris and we came up with the idea of this show. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also doing stuff with instruments and I do play guitar. So I have multiple life purposes I'm aspiring to do, and I really want to get better at. Now, I want to ask Chris why he thinks having a life purpose is important, or multiple purposes.
yeah, thanks, Kareem. Well, the first thing I'm gonna say is, without a life purpose, you don't really know where you're going. You're kind of just moving through life, kind of on a treadmill. There's no real destination. And I honestly believe that it gives you a sense of awareness when you have a purpose. It makes you feel better about yourself. And I think people, if they're going to have a purpose, they need to first figure out the type of person they want to become, what they want to aspire in, and the direction they want to take. They got to write down their goals. They got to have a goal, first of all. And they got to be willing to start small and take small steps to into a bigger uh, get into a bigger sense of themselves. And I honestly believe that people can truly benefit from personal development and learning skills from other people and becoming stronger that way. Um, for me, it all started about 5 years ago, and I wanted to learn about network marketing. I wanted to learn how to change things within myself so I could start to become better and stronger and more aware of my environment and more aware of myself. So it's been a long journey, and I've just begun. It's been about 4 years, and it's been quite an experience so far. I've met a lot of good people, lots of great people. And I think the key element, like I said before, is you got to sit down and find out what you want first. You got to figure out what you want, who you want to become, and do some research on how to start the process to become that person. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. And I really liked how you said you have to do some research because when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And I think at that time it was to be a software engineer in some big company. I thought I had it all figured out. And as the years change, you start to discover more about yourself, what you like and what you don't like. And you start to really see that maybe your purpose is not what you had thought or what other people had laid out for you. And some of the things I did to find my purpose was I just started throwing myself in new situations. Like if I had to give a business presentation, I would usually run away from it. But when I had to in college, and I did, and I got good reviews, I was surprised. I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to do something else other than just work on computers. Maybe public speaking's part of it, when I started the show, I really didn't know, oh, why would anybody take me seriously as an entrepreneur? And I really thought we can really unite entrepreneurs and people together. Then we can actually create an awesome environment where people can interact, people can get excited about what we're doing. And I'm happy to say that these things really were found just by me going out and trying new experiences. And the best way to discover your life purpose is not to stay stagnant, because I know a lot of people fall in this. This is what people have told me I'm going to do, or this is what I'm meant to do, so I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do the set job, set function, the set path that's been laid out for me. And sometimes if you go to, for me it was public speaking, but if you go to public speaking or a dance class or scuba diving, shark wrestling, I don't know, I said skydiving, travel the world, see what's out there, and then you might actually discover maybe there's purposes or different activities that you really enjoy doing and are really fun for you. But I also want to hear from my brother Chris Peters, what are some ways you can use to discover your life purpose?
Kareem, what did you say? Some ways to discover my life purpose?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I think well, that's a good question. Um, like it all starts with self-discovery. I mean, you got to sit down and really think about, first of all, you have to want to bring value to other people. I believe that's the first step, is wanting to help others. And I think that, the more we realize how important camaraderie is as people, the greater our purpose becomes, because the more people you affect, the greater your success rate is in anything you do, because that's the true definition of success, is people who can follow and become just as successful as you, and you'd make it a team effort. So I think the first step in all that would be to volunteer at an animal shelter, volunteer at an old folks home, taking care of old people, go around in the wintertime shoveling driveways, mow people's lawns, get into work doing charities like cancer research, cancer drives, AIDS, doing a campaign for AIDS, or doing a campaign to starting a fundraising campaign for students that are going to university that have really high tuition rates, and you can help at the food bank and supply food for them and things like that. I think those are all really good ways to start on the path to discovering your life purpose, because once you're around those people and you're getting different ideas and you're communicating ideas back and forth, I think that's a very good way of opening up the door for more successful ideas to come into your awareness. And that's really what it's all about. I think life purpose is all about helping other people. So thanks, Kareem.
Thank you, actually, because I think a lot of people look at life purpose and they're like, oh, I want to make this amount of money. I want to get this. I want to get that. And they make a list of things they want to get. And it's funny because you can get all the material wealth in the world, but when you're gone, is it really going to matter? Are people going to really go, oh, he left behind $1 billion. He left behind a car, a bunch of cars. Or maybe they'd say that you really helped them, that you really guided them at some point. And it doesn't have to be doing charity all the time. It can be. It could be things like you said, like organizing different things or helping with just shoveling snow, or just talking to people who need help, doing some counseling. So it's really pretty open, to finding your life purpose, and it does make you feel great. Like when I got in front of a bunch of people when I was public speaking or playing guitar, really felt this feeling I never felt before. It was one of the best things I'd ever felt, because I knew I was doing something that was bigger than me, that was bigger than I wanted or something I wanted to get. And when people were really getting inspired, even though maybe it was a few people, it wasn't anybody who was famous or anything, but it was people who had shown up to see what we were doing and to appreciate the art and the intellectual stuff we had created. And as a public speaker, it's very rewarding to hear somebody say, like, your speech really moved me. Or as a musician, it's very good to hear that, like, somebody really enjoyed your music. Same with a blogger. Like, when I write a post, even if I get one comment 2 months later, it says, oh man, that was really some good insight. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I know I'm helping people, and it gives me a sense of emotional gratitude. And they did a study, and this is funny. They were looking at different entrepreneurs, and they asked them, what do you think is the biggest driving factor? And out of all the money, all the material possessions, all the mates, they found that that really didn't do it for them. The best feeling they got is when they gave back to somebody, when they gave back to someone in need. And part of your life purpose, when you really find it, it gives you that sense of gratitude because you're able to inspire and help other people through it. You really get that, like, grateful, and I'm really making a difference in the world. It's very hard to describe a feeling sometimes with the English language because it's so limited, but you get that sense of, I have a greater purpose in the world. I found my mission. I'm so grateful to be doing it. I want to ask Chris what that feels like for him. I want to ask him, when you discover your life purpose or multiple purposes, how does it make you feel emotionally?
Oh, I like that. That's a good question. The first thing I'll say is motivation, passion. Makes me feel alive. Makes me feel like, hey, I'm working towards something. You know, because as human beings, we're creatures of habit. So when we get stuck in an endless routine of a mundane job or a mundane lifestyle, we become comfortable and we start to stagnate because that comfort zone is reliable. You know, we rely on that job to pay us with a paycheck. We rely on that everyday life of coming home and doing whatever, and it's comfortable for us. It doesn't challenge us in any way, and we're comfortable with not being challenged, and we're comfortable with not taking risks, and we're comfortable with everything being routine and the same all the time. And I think that's one of the most dangerous states you can be in, because it doesn't prepare you for change and it doesn't make you want to change anything. So instead of you controlling your life, life is actually controlling you. So by me discovering who I am and what I want to do and help people and have a business and inspire and teach and be taught, I also want to be taught from others, and I want to be inspired by others. When you have that type of exchange going on, it really keeps you going. And it's felt so good to meet you and everybody else that I'm getting to know through this process, and realizing that there's a lot of people in the world that think the same way as I do, and I think the same way as a lot of other people. So I think that really understanding the sense of camaraderie and what camaraderie can do for you in your life is very important. And it's felt so good to have that camaraderie and to have that team effort with people that I've met from all around the world that believe in me. Like, I've got Al Piddington who follows me. I have you. I've got Ron Tarleton. I've got Chrysler Kuba. You know, these guys are all connected to me. Yeah, I don't talk to them as much because they've been busy with other things. But these are lifelong relationships I've created, and I'm going to continue to create those relationships. So it just feels so good to know that you've got people behind you working with you to help you with your goal and to achieve your goals. And I think the key element to that is having people who all share the same goal. That's called a mastermind, and Napoleon Hill talks about when there's many people working together towards one common cause, it happens a lot faster. So it's felt amazing to come on the show and be on the show with you every week, and setting up our website and doing videos together. And, you know, we want to encourage people to get on our panel, and, you know, it's going to take time, but I'm not going to get discouraged, and we're going to keep doing our show, and hopefully people will start to bite and to come on. And that's what I'm looking forward to, is hearing from different people's points of view and helping them feel better about themselves. So I think that it's very important for us to continue to expand and grow as people so that we can help others expand and grow and get good feelings and good energy as a result of doing that. Thanks, Kareem.
Thank you. And that helps a lot because, yeah, when we start this panel, we're new at it. And funny thing is, when I talk to a lot of YouTubers and they started their career, at first they felt a little bit discouraged. They really thought, man, this is my purpose, but I'm only getting 10 views. I'm only getting 100 views. But I'll just keep making videos. And sometimes their equipment, their cameras, weren't even that good. And they started way back. So they didn't have maybe the advantage of Google Hangouts or as much social media, but they just kept going. They just kept doing the thing, making a YouTube video. And over time, they're really like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, a million people show up. So it's not something, necessarily that if you get discouraged, but if you're really moving with a purpose, it doesn't matter if 100 people show up or one person shows up. This is what you really want to do. So you get up and do it. I would still play guitar. It'd be kind of hard to do public speaking without anybody, but maybe I'd set up like stick figures in an audience and just practice.
Yeah, that totally would work.
I mean, it's something that you're so passionate about and you really want to give to the world that you're going to do it, no matter how big the audience is.
Yes.
If they really see your passion, then they'll start showing up.
That's right.
Gotta ride out the waves. But what it was for me is I really had to change some things in my lifestyle. And I know I keep harping on and on, Kareem, why do you keep harping on about lifestyle? Because when I was younger, my main focus was to go out and drink and get drunk, or to go out and party, or slack off and play video games all day. And while that can be fun, it's not really conducive to moving yourself forward. It's not really conducive to an entrepreneurial lifestyle. And you have to make lifestyle changes. Today I sat around and worked on the site and then got stuff ready for the broadcast. And I'm, working on my public speaking endeavors and sending out emails. And you really have to condition your mind to buckle down. And it's not all fun. Yeah, it's a Saturday. I'm not going out and doing anything like crazy or extravagant. But I know this is going to pay off, just like when I was in college studying and people were out doing the same things I used to do in my earlier freshman years and not seeing much results from it. And then all of a sudden I get a degree and I'm able to get more opportunities.
Yep.
So really changing your lifestyle is a critical thing. And once you find your life purpose, I notice people act a whole lot differently. They almost do 360s because, like I was saying, I used to be going out and doing different stuff. Now I'm more content with working on my websites, talking to people. I still have fun, but it's a different kind of way of having fun and interacting with people. I still go out and do things. I haven't sacrificed my social life, but I still know that when I come home from work, I have to sit down and make this happen. A check is going to show up in the mail when I really get what I'm working on right. So I want to ask Chris, though, what do you feel is the major lifestyle differences from people who have found their life purpose, people who are just looking for theirs, or really not at all? So.
Yeah, this is a good question. I love this. The main difference is discipline. Yeah. Adhering to what you say you're going to do, making promises to yourself and keeping them. When you make time commitments to other people, you show up and you be there, like I did today, and like you did today. This is a commitment for us. We are committed to making this work and helping others and getting our show big. And that's why we got to keep doing it. I think commitment to yourself is the most important thing. When you make a promise to yourself, keep it. When you make a promise to someone else, be there, show up on time. It doesn't matter. It could be a lunch. If you're going to go for lunch with a buddy, show up at the restaurant at the time you say you're going to be there. because that's a very powerful success element, is being punctual and doing what you say you're going to do. Because if you don't, the universe isn't going to know what you want. The universe isn't going to respond to you if you're constantly changing your word all the time and not doing what you say you're going to do. Because how's the universe going to know you're set on accomplishing anything? It can't receive your energy if you don't know where that energy is being directed. If there's no when you start something, you start it and you're over here, and you finish something and you're here. That goes for your word too. And the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line, right? But if you're doing this all the time, or you're going back, or this or this or this, how's the universe supposed to know that you want to get to that point, the straight line, if you're not walking that line? And so I think that the absolute most vital thing is to be honest with yourself and honest with other people, and doing what you say you're going to do. That's so important, because it means it gives you influence. People will see that you have integrity. People will see that you're serious and passionate about what you're doing. That's how you become successful in life, is doing what you say you're going to do, and making sure you're disciplined enough to do it and committed to doing it. Thanks, Scream.
Thanks, Chris. And I think one big problem in society, this just isn't for entrepreneurs. This is like for everybody, or at least the majority of people I've met. There seems to be an issue with showing up on time and like committing. Everybody wants to skip. And I know I skipped class. I skipped out on high school a lot. Even in college, I was a bit flaky. But as soon as I got to college, I remember one of my dad's friends telling me, like, you're not in college, stop, acting like that. You need to show up on time. And I haven't called off now in 4 years. I've taken vacation, but I haven't called off. Like, I don't miss my commitments. There's your cat. But one thing is really just showing up on time, showing up when you need to be there. If you're scheduled for something, just making sure you're there.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people will say, oh, I can't because, and a lot of excuses are goofy. I didn't feel like it. Maybe I was a little sick or something like that. Not terminally ill, but had a cough or something. And to me, if I really wanted to do something, like if I'm a little bit bugged with something, I'm still coming on this show. I'm still going to show up. It's, unless like short of a heart attack, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I like what I'm doing. Reinforcing the lifestyle change. Now, I think a lot of people don't do that. And a lot of people specifically stray from that because they don't have like a really strong purpose. They're not really motivated by anything. They're just kind of going through the motions. So they don't, if they're slightly inconvenienced, they don't want to go and do anything. They don't want to go and show up to that speech. They don't want to show up to work. They want to show up to the show.
That's right.
It might be slightly inconvenient. It'd be better to go to a bar or better to go out, I don't know, partying or something. So it's really interesting to me because I see a very few select amount of people who are just like super dedicated to a cause. And those are the people I want to be around. But there's something I always wondered. What if the majority of people, or everybody, let's shoot for the stars. They always told me to do that. What if everybody in the world went for their life purpose, found like a really strong purpose like this show, or like being a network marketing company? Doesn't even have to be entrepreneurial here, but like, starting a blog, doing something at their job, doing something music in the realm of music or graphic design, something that they know that is just their purpose. They're excited to get up in the morning, even if they're slightly inconvenienced or sick. How do you feel this world would be different if everybody embarked on a journey to get to know themselves and discover their life purpose? I'm not saying quit their jobs tomorrow, but start looking at maybe there's something more to just working in an office my whole life. How do you feel the world would be different if people took that initiative? Everybody.
Wow. How would I feel? How would I feel if people did that? I think the world would be a much different place. And here's the thing, though. Not everybody wants to be a leader. Not everybody wants to be. Not everybody wants to inspire. Not everybody wants to take that responsibility of being committed, being passionate, being devoted and disciplined. So that's a really difficult question for me to answer because I don't know if I have a solid answer for that. It would be great because we would have so much more peace and love and camaraderie in the world, which would be incredible. We wouldn't have class separation and poverty and famine and war and all that other terrible stuff of the human condition. But I think for that to happen, and I know how to answer this now because I'm thinking about it as I'm talking about it. For that to happen, we have to address the human condition as a whole. And we've got to educate people. Education on, and I don't mean class education. I don't mean school education. I mean personal education. The study of energy, the study of the 11 forgotten laws of the universe, quantum physics, the science of thought, the science of creative energy, and all those things. That's what we need to educate people on if that is ever going to transpire. So it's really hard for me to imagine that right now because we're in such a state of disarray at this point in time. And the world has to wake up as a whole before that's going to happen, and it's through those channels and those means that transformation is going to take place. And I think more and more people are waking up and seeing the truth, realizing that we are all in this world together, and we all have to have unity and camaraderie, and we have to respect one another and help one another and love one another if we're going to get anywhere in life. And if everyone was entrepreneurial, man, that would be incredible. That would be incredible because the cost of living wouldn't be so high. Food would be cheaper. Rent would be cheaper. There would be our dollar amounts wouldn't differ so much from country to country to country. I mean, there'd be equal opportunity for everybody. And so I think that the world of entrepreneurship is opening up more and more because we do know that the internet and business and the economy is all going online. We know that. We know how far technology has come. We know that you can do basically everything from one of these. Okay? So computers are fitting in the palm of our hand now. Technology, I can communicate with my girlfriend in the Philippines through this device. I can talk to her in the Philippines through this device for free. Okay, so technology is a marvelous thing, but it has to be used right, and it has to be used in a productive manner, because on the flip side of technology, it's also brainwashing people and turning it into mass consumerism, and people are becoming even more blinded than they were before this big technological revolution. So I think educating people the right way through technology is absolutely critical and vital to the transformation that we're speaking of here, Kareem. Go ahead.
I like that, yeah, because technology, for 10 years ago, I could not have Google Broadcast. I could not advertise on Facebook. If I had an idea, I would probably have to go door to door. Maybe not that bad, but I remember I'd dial up internet when I was 16. So I would have to go door to door to door to advertise an idea to get people interested. I don't think I would have met you or been doing this show. So it's just crazy that we can speak through, these little things of glass and metal and communicate with people across the world. It's something I would have never expected. But the interesting thing is the fact that we can communicate, like you're saying, over cell phones. That's one leap that probably nobody thought was possible. Now, that brings to me, what else do people not think is possible or is doable? And the interesting thing is, like I said, if everybody, even like if half of the people, I'm not saying they'd leave their job, but maybe someone who's a doctor or a lawyer says, man, I'm going to study energy. I'm going to study, bringing things into my life. I'm going to see if I can create this. I'm going to see if I can create a time machine. I'm going to see if I can create flying cars. I'm going to see if I can make space travel accessible to normal people who do not work for NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Things that people now are like, oh, well, that's not possible. And then years later, you look down the line and we have things that we never dreamed of. And I'm sure that people were shocked even when the Wright brothers were able to actually start flight. So if those people hadn't done that, if Edison had given up, if all those people had given up in their entrepreneurial journey, the world would have been much different. If Steve Jobs had given up, we wouldn't be here right now. Same with
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if the world would have no war, no fighting, I think there would still be problems. The human condition, I don't think, will ever be perfect, but it will open up a lot of avenues to lead to a very good unity where people have a lot of communication, where they're more connected, where communication's more readily available, where things we never imagined and we have different knowledge. It also leads down to the breaking of corruption, because now on social media, if someone does something bad or someone's doing something bad, you can advertise that on Facebook. Same if someone's doing something great. If you have an idea now, there's a website called Kickstarter, and
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is have the idea and have some proof that it will work, which makes sense because you wouldn't just invest in something. But if you have an idea and some basis for it, people can actually front you some of the income to do it, which is awesome now because you can put, if you really feel you have a life purpose or you have a great goal you want to accomplish, you throw that up on a website. There's no longer that excuse of I didn't have the financial resources. So that's one thing I've always wondered, at least if more people got up and said, I'm going to make a true difference in this world. I'm going to do something that's unthinkable. It's unreasonable. And a lot of the technology you pointed out who would ever thought that? And that's pretty much our show for today. Can I show them the website real quick?
Oh, of course, Kareem.
All right. So
Share your screen and show it off. We got 15 minutes left before the hour's up. Let's finish it out.
Yeah, there's some viewers here, so I want to show them that this is a legit show. We do have a website now, which I've been working on. So I'm going to share my screen and show you what it looks like a little bit.
Very cool, my friend.
All right.
Can't see it yet, but no worries.
Okay. Go figure. So can you guys see it now?
Yeah, I see it. I see your screen, yeah.
So what you want to do is open up your browser and go to www.theentrepreneurpowerhour.com.
Spell that out for people.
It is www.the another E N T R E P R E N E U R P O W E R H O UR.com. TheEntrepreneurPowerHour.com. And if you need me to, I can send you a link after this, and I will be advertising this in our Google page and our Facebook page so you guys can take a look at it. And I'm going to bring it up now and show you the different functionalities and purposes so you guys can get excited about it. And this is going to help serve, the people who are wondering, well, I didn't get to the Google page. What are the questions? What are the things? So without further ado, let's do the unveiling. This is what it looks like. There will be a video starting with our trailer. You know, Green Mays and Chris Peters. So, so as you can see, this is the home page. Obviously, there's Chris, and there's me to the right with the sunglasses, and you can opt in. All you have to do is enter your first name.
Kareem, stop the video or it's going to start talking.
So we have our trailer and an introduction. You can opt in with your first name and your email address and just click sign me up. And there's one right below that. So it's an opt-in form. What that does, all that does is gives an email address so I can email you guys when we write up questions for the new show. Or if you're having issues or any questions with your entrepreneurial stuff, I wouldn't mind actually sitting down masterminding with you and
Me too.
or Chris.
Yeah,
or
we'll all do it. We'll all do it with you guys. Go ahead, Kareem.
So that's one thing. I'll send out some newsletter stuff and maybe ask you guys to participate as well. So it's about helping you guys as much as us.
Yep.
Now we have links to our Facebook, our Google Plus, our Twitter, and our YouTube channel. We also have a few blog posts here that you can read, and we have how this got started.
Very cool. I like it a lot.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
So this shows how it got started, and you can click on that blog post and see how this came up. So if you don't see that blog post, I also put what is this about, because a lot of people might just come on the home page and be clicking around, and I didn't really want to leave any question marks if somebody's here for more than a couple of minutes. And really, this just shows that this is about uniting the world's entrepreneurs. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit, this is the place to be. This is the place to share your stories, to talk about your life. We don't judge. We don't bring up religion or politics.
Nope.
And it's a very free zone, and we don't like bash companies or anything.
Nope. Nothing like that. Nothing like that goes on here. It's a safe environment. And, this is all about just making new friends, building relationships, and exchanging ideas and masterminding. So, guys, come and join us, man. We want you on the show. I mean, I want to meet cool people from all around the world that are doing the same things we're doing. So, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be network marketing. It could be music. It could be tattoo artist, body modifier. Working on vehicles. Anything you do for yourself that you make money on is entrepreneurial. So don't hesitate to share your ideas with us, guys. Go ahead, Kareem.
Okay, so here's just a quick about us section. There's a picture of me and a little autobiography, like talking about who I am, and there's Chris as well, just so you can get to know who we are and like a little bit about us. I left some of my sites there. He left his Facebook. There's an email address in his blog, so you can check that out. Mays Law of Attraction is my blog, and these are a couple sites I'm doing with speech, helping people with their fear of public speaking. And this is a site where I centralized a lot of my sites, including this one. So that gives you a little bit of idea about like who we are, to know that like we're real people and we're not just random dudes on the internet. I want to give some background. I'm going to skip members area real quick and go to this week's topic and questions.
Very cool, Kareem. This is nice.
I'm going to put because somebody might miss it on the Google page, and I was worried if somebody misses it on the Google or the Facebook page. I put a little, picture about what it's going to be about. Put the questions, the times, and the QA portion of the show so people can know what's going on. There's also recommended tools, and I'll just go over those briefly.
Go ahead, man.
Now you have to click the sub items. Recommended tools itself does not show anything, but let's go to Google Plus page. This is what, this will take you to our Google Plus page, and our posts are here. The one we're doing out is going to be here. So I'm not going to go through like, I'm sure everybody's seen Google Plus. If you have any questions, you can email me or respond to one of the emails of the site. We have our YouTube channel. We have something I really like to get a free health assessment. We have something to market your own business.
What's that all about, Kareem?
That is about somebody.
Oh, Kim Claver. Very nice. I was wondering if you were going to put that up. Good stuff.
It's to help people who have really nice products, but just can't quite get them to sell. And I'm not going to even say I don't have that problem yet. I'm learning to get better at that. We have, if you are a network marketer, not saying the show is only for network marketers, but if you happen to be and you want to learn how to talk to people, I get this question all the time. They're like, oh, Kareem, I have this business, I have awesome product, I have all these great ideas, but I just can't talk to people.
Big Al, this is the way to go. Yeah, I love this.
Big Al Books.
Yep.
How it sounds. BIGAL Books, BOOKS. They have some really cool and very funny, very easy to read. You don't have to be a genius. I was able to read these in like one sitting. They're not long, they're not difficult, and they can really get people to get excited. And they make sense. They're logical. It's not anything like complicated or anything that you have to be a tech master for. So going back,
I like that, Kareem.
we have public speaking training. Number one, or at least one of the fears in America. I don't know if it's number one. This is a site I run, and this is to help people with their fear of public speaking. And it's not just public speaking, I want to reiterate. It is helping them with the personal development abilities to become a better public speaker. So it's two in the same. Because once you do public speaking, you'll find you can improve in other areas of your life. So that is part of my site and my goal.
That is very cool.
So you can come in here and look around, I do have a free ebook you can get. And there's personal development time. When I'm not doing the Entrepreneur Power Hour, doing some public speaking, playing guitar, doing that, I like to get some personal development. Because it's kind of, to me, that's doing the workouts. So you're able to, when your business is not going as good, be able to keep going and know why you're doing this. And this is really how I find my life purpose. So I think it's appropriate for this show.
Absolutely. This is incredible.
You can find my blog posts here. You can find different stuff that I think. I even have a video and an audio on your life purpose. And I have different products and stuff that people can do or can look at to help their personal development goals. So I'm going to go back just real quick.
Can I say something, buddy?
Sure.
I'm also going to have a website up here, guys, and I'm going to become a anxiety recovery coach for anybody who is suffering from panic disorder or anxiety disorder. I can help cure you of that. So there's going to be some stuff on how to cure anxiety and panic on this site as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to helping people get over their fears of whatever it is, any inappropriate anxiety they're experiencing, anything like that. I'm going to be able to help you with that because I'm a recovering sufferer as we speak. And so if anybody's going through bad anxiety or panic attacks, phobias, anything like that, I can help you for sure. So that's something that I'm going to have on this site as well. And as well as some other cool stuff I'll be adding to my own site, which me and Kareem are going to be working on my website. So that'll be up there as well. Go ahead, Kareem.
Yeah, I'm going to put that up there as well. So maybe I can show that in a later broadcast. Now, if you go to the members area, you go, and this will show the benefits of joining the Power Hour membership, which we're working on. Get access to our past broadcasts, and in a nice blog type format, which I'm working on. Get free to our audio format. Chris has a conference bridge he's working on. So let's say you don't have a powerful phone, you want to listen to it. We can get it audio wise, so you don't have to go, oh, I didn't see the video, I missed the broadcast, I can't get onto YouTube, what do I do?
Yep. You'll be able to dial into my conference bridge, and the broadcast will be live and interactive on the conference bridge as well. So if you can't dial in through your phone, or you don't have a powerful enough computer, then you can use Skype to call in and to interact with us. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Also, it goes without saying, you can get access to our great ideas helping you in your own business when you get this. And really, this is just being part of an awesome movement where people are really creating their own lives. That's really part of what an entrepreneur is about. Now, if you go to create my account, you'll, enter all this stuff. And once you do, I'm going to hit the back button, just so.
You did a really good job of this, Kareem. I'm very impressed. This is awesome.
If you go to pages, I'm just going to show you what the member thing, quick sneak peek for like the last for a couple of minutes. This is welcome to the member section, and courtesy of Andrew, one of my friends. He couldn't make it tonight, but here's what the member section would look like so far if you get in. Now I'm going to make this look better, but these are some of our past broadcasts. We're going to have past audios through Chris's conference bridge. We have a donate, and it's asking if you like the show, if you want to keep it going. Obviously we're doing this for free, so I'm not saying like, "Ooh, you have to donate if you're on the show," but it's just appreciated if you think we're giving value, and if you think that your time was well spent on here and you really want to keep it going and keep the encouragement going. And I have a few books like I do on my personal development site. And these are some Zig Ziglar, Nikola Tesla, some law of attraction stuff, and some belief system stuff that I really like. And I'll be adding some more courses to the recommended things here. So that pretty much is our site for the most part. I'm going to be adding these things in a blog format hopefully soon. And I'm going to be, there'll be some more past audios and some more courses here. So I'm really working to deliver value.
Yes, we are.
This is what the members thing looks like if you went off for a second. We're going to put your audios down here. I do have a donate if we're doing some value and have some recommended courses. And I also have these on my blog, but I think these are good books. And I'll be adding more to this. I'm not done. For the most part, I have it all together, but I'll be adding more content, more interesting things.
Very cool.
And also, I have a drop down under home. If something's not working, if something doesn't make sense, if something I said on here doesn't make sense, if you had fun, if you criticisms, insults, praises, any way we can improve the site. If somebody saw a grammar error, I'm not perfect. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, ideas, businesses that you want to share with us, if you want to Skype or Google Hangout us because you were inspired, or if you just see a content issue or grammar issue, just put your name, email address, whatever you wanted to talk about, message, hit submit. I'll get it in my email, and I will respond generally within a day or half a day. And if you really like what you see here, I have you can share it on your Twitter, your Google Plus, your Pinterest, and there's even more. And I have a sidebar here if you want to tweet something or like it. You can always visit our Facebook page. It's fairly new. Just showing our Twitter page here real quick.
Hey, we got 8 followers on there.
The YouTube channel. And go figure, Discovering Your Life Purpose is live now.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the members area is you can just go there. You can look at the audio format, the video format.
Yeah,
which will be at the audio format is not there yet, but you'll have the audio format, the video format, books to help you get going, some courses to help you get going, maybe with WordPress and stuff, like some people and some things I can recommend. And ultimately, if you really enjoyed this, there'll even be a donate thing if you really had fun and you want to keep it going. So with that, that's pretty much the site. I think I covered everything. We also
Yeah,
have our
you
Facebook
did. It looks really good.
recent posts. So there. What do you think?
I think it's awesome.
Oh, and if you go on the homepage, you'll see a quick intro from myself about. You'll see an intro from Chris as well as the trailer. So come check it out. Come read some of our stuff. I'll be writing more and we'll be putting more broadcasts up. I'm going to stop sharing.
Very cool.
It took a lot of time. It took a lot of time, but I was really sure this was going to work. So
it looks incredible, man. We're doing a good job with this. So, and yeah, guys, like we said, the audio files will be added to that as well, so that it you know, you can listen to it if you don't have a powerful enough PC or phone. I know some people out there still don't have powerful enough computers to run high definition YouTube streams, so you will have access to an audio version of the broadcast that you can download and listen to as well and share with other people. So it'll make it very easy to share this with others for you. So, well, Kareem, I want to thank you for being on the show with me tonight, and I think we're going to wrap it up. So, guys, get in touch with us. Get on the show. Let us know what you want to do and what you want to talk about. We're open to suggestions for topics each week as well. And we also want to encourage, when people come on the panel, we want to encourage discussion. And if there's anything you don't agree with about what we're saying, please voice your opinion, because that is important, because we can all learn from each other. And I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And good night, everybody.
Yeah, and I'll just end that with, sometimes if you have something that I said or an opinion I expressed that maybe you don't think was appropriate or could be changed, or maybe you want communicated better, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to refining this as much as possible so we can make the best quality and the best value show for people who are on this journey like we're on this journey.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Feel free. I'm just a regular dude. I'm not gonna get mad if somebody sends a comment like, you need to improve this. Just today, people were telling me some stuff I need to improve, and some stuff I need to fix up with my site and the show. So, and I'm just gonna say, if you're an entrepreneur starting, on your way, already made it, or someone who's just, I'm not sure if I should be an entrepreneur. I have my 9 to 5. I'm questioning it. Then come on this show, talk to us. I'm not going to tell you one way or another. I'm just going to guide you and show you like what we're doing. And if you like it, jump on. This is Kareem with the Entrepreneur Power Hour. Have a great night. We'll see you next Saturday.